So you're telling me cells have tails, hair, arms? What else they got? Laser pointed death rays? All right, we're back. It's Norris Teaches Science, Biology Edition, starring Mr. Norris. And today we talk about cell adaptations. So your goal by the end of this video is I can explain how cells have adapted to survive. These are things some cells have, others don't, but they're there to help the cell survive and perform its task. So these are the adaptive structures that we're going to talk about. Contractile vacuoles, cilia, flagella, pseudopods, and eyespots. And at the end, we're going to talk about two motions that a cell would have. So first one we're going to talk about is contractile vacuoles. You can kind of see in this GIF what's going to happen. You can see it right down here and right up here. All right. These are in eukaryotic cells. They have to be in eukaryotic cells because they are membrane bound. And remember, prokaryotic cells have no membrane bound material. What happens is a vacuole fills with water from the cytoplasm and then discharges it out of the cell. You can see it really quick down in the GIF. The next one we have is cilia. These are short hair-like structures that cover some or all of the cell surface. So if you look at the GIF, you can follow my laser pointer. You can kind of see them here. There's your cilia. What it does, it helps it to capture food, and it also helps it move or locomotion. This one and the next three we talk about are all about locomotion. When we're in class and I talk about this, we have a little hand motion. I make the kids stick their two hands right next to their neck and wiggle their fingers, kind of like they have hair. Flagella is another structure that is used for movement or locomotion. And it's a whip-like structure outside the cell. It's like a tail. I'm kind of circling it with the laser pointer. That's the flagella. So it's there for movement, just like cilia. How we do the motion in class is we stick our arm out behind us and we just move it back and forth. And I kind of say it's like swatting a fart that you did that you don't want anyone to smell. All right. The next one for locomotion is called pseudopod. You can kind of see it happening in this GIF over here. It's basically a temporary extension of the cytoplasm plasma membrane, and it's for movement. It's also for feeding. So think of it like clawing your way across the floor. So when we do the motion in class, we're reaching up and grabbing air and pulling it down with both arms so that we would know what pseudopod is. It may sound stupid to do it, but if you remember the three motions, you can remember these for any test or anything that you have to do with the cell adaptations for locomotion. The next one's called Eyespots, and I'm circling it right here on this diagram. It's already labeled Eyespot, but I'm circling it. It's composed of something called photoreceptors. If you don't know, the prefix photo means light. Receptor means it's going to gather it. So what it does, it helps the cell, if it does photosynthesis, find a place that has a lot of light so it can carry out that photosynthesis. Because remember, light is needed for photosynthesis to occur. So that's what the eye spot's there for, trying to find the best place to do photosynthesis. Now, those are the adapted structures, but these are some adaptive behaviors cells have done. It's called chemotaxis and phototaxis. When we break these words down, we know that photo means light, chemo means chemical, and taxis means movement. So chemotaxis means the movement of an organism as it responds to a chemical stimulus. So it could respond to a chemical that says, oh, there's food nearby, let me get to it, so it could get food. Or it's responds to a chemical, and that chemical is a poison to it, so it's going to start to move away from the poison so it doesn't die. Phototaxis, it's a movement towards or away from light. Some organisms are going to move towards light, especially if they want to do photosynthesis. Or if you think of a moth goes towards light. But some organisms, they cannot survive in light, or they don't like light, or say they're nocturnal. Even cells, some cells can't work well in a lighted condition. So they're going to move away from it. I think of like cockroaches. If you've never seen this happen, if you have a dark room and there's cockroaches and you turn on the light, those cockroaches are going to scatter because they do not like light at all. So these are some ways cells have adapted to survive. And I hoped that you learned something. If you want to learn more, go check out the Google. But this is Mr. Norris signing out of this video.